Yeah. All right. So starting with our chords, just to really go over it. 6 types of triads, and it's all interval based. Remember, interval is the space between two notes, so however many keys are between. Our first is a major triad. It has 3 in between the first 2, 2 in between the second 2. So major is 3-2, minor is 2-3, diminished is 2-2, augmented is 3-3, sus4 is 4-1, and sus2 is 1-4. Alright, memorize that. And then with each of these, I would highly suggest just going up the chromatic scale, playing all your major chords. Just get them under your fingers. Because remember, each of these concepts you have to learn in 12 different positions, because there are 12 notes on the piano. Piano is just this. If you understand this, you're golden, right? It's just repetition after that. And then for our 7th chords, we'll start with the first 2 types of 7ths. So we can have each of our 6 triads with each of these types of 7ths. So if you go to your octave, this is C to C. If you come back 1 note, this interval, the space between these 2 notes, is called a major 7th. And then if I can play a major triad with a major 7, it has a name, major 7. A minor triad with a major 7 is a minor major 7. Diminished triad with a major 7, augmented triad with a major 7, sus4 with a major 7, and sus2 with a major 7. Of course, all of that times 12. You got to do it in every key. All of these chords have, most of them have a couple of different names depending on the context and who you're talking to, where they studied, etc. And okay, just 1 minute, please. So you're gonna have to learn a bunch of different convoluted mess is what music culture is at the moment. So that's your major 7. If you come down 1 more, the interval is called a minor 7th. But every chord has a different name with that 7. So a major triad with a minor 7 is called a dominant 7. Minor triad with minor is a minor 7. Diminished with a minor 7 is called half diminished or minor 7 flat 5. Generally, classical musicians say half diminished. Jazz musicians say minor 7 flat 5, but that is, of course, totally inconsistent across the board. Augmented with a flat 7, sus4 with a flat 7, sus2 with a flat 7. And then the last funny category is chords with a 6th or a diminished 7th. There are 2 chords with a 6. You have a major chord. Again, octave, major 7, minor 7, 6th. So major chord with a 6th, minor chord with a 6th, and then a diminished chord with a 6th is actually called a diminished 7th. Again, because all these other chords are from a 7-note scale, such as major. There's 7 chords here, so this is the 7th note in the scale. A diminished scale looks like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is in the realm of the diminished. This is a 7, and that's the only time it's going to happen for now. So this, again, getting started is a lot to process, but as long as you can figure out these chord symbols, that brings me to these charts. If you can see the chord on the chart and figure it out, then that's our battle right now. And this is how, you can play them up and down. You can play all your major 7s. That helps. But this in context is really going to help. Yeah. So again, with these charts, you have the melody, and you're just going to put the notes right on beat 1 for the chords. So this one, Beautiful Love, it's an E minor 7 flat 5. So first step is just to go through the chart and play all the chords. E minor 7 flat 5, A7, D minor 6, D7, G minor 7, etc. Just familiarize yourself with the chords. And you can actually play the tune like that, and it won't sound terrible. All root position, don't do inversions. But, I mean, it sounds all right, but it doesn't sound like you're really giving it your all there, you know. It's like, sounds like you just picked the first voicing you knew,
Right.
which is what you did. So one more time, just to really quickly go through that process. Put the melody note in your pinky. Pick a bass note. I'm going to go down here, which, of course, the bass note comes from the chord, E minor 7 flat 5, which is E, G, B flat, D. So my melody note is A, my bass note is E, so we have to find a G that works. There are 3 possible Gs, and we're going to try each one. We're only going to pick one. So this one in the bottom, like we done before, is kind of muddy. This one at the top is a major 2nd, so it's kind of nasty sounding. So I'm going to go with the one in the middle. We need a B flat. There are 2 B flats. I can either choose this one or this one. That one hurts, so I'm going to be lazy and do this one, even though I think this one's kind of muddy. Then we need a D. We have this D or this D. I'm going to go with this one because this is just adding mud on mud. And if I really don't like that, I can actually come up here. And then it becomes not muddy at all. But it's kind of a cop-out because that's a root position, E minor, 7 flat 5.
Yeah.
As long as you can justify it, it's fine.
It's fair game. Yeah.
It's fair game.
Okay.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's the best option. But jazz being dissonant, this could be just the nasty that you need, right? And you go from there.
Rad.